Alright. Hello, dear viewers. Hello, and fuck you. Yeah. Um, I don't know why you're even looking at this. Why you're even looking at my beautiful face. My fucking awesome hairstyle. Totally fabulous. Um, yeah. I just want to talk to myself, really. I don't care about talking to you because I don't even know you, right? But yeah, I want to talk to myself about some things because I'm almost 30. I'm supposed to be smart, wise, because time has progressed. I'm no longer a high school kid, no longer, stupid greenhorn, yeah? But that does not give me any sort of normal beliefs or anything like that. And I'll explain why. I don't even have to explain. Fuck it. Most people, or I'd like to believe most people, want everybody to be happy, right? That's what we want. We all want to be happy, and why not have everybody be happy while we're at it? Because it kind of sucks when you have more than the rest or some shit, right? I mean, couldn't really be happy if you were happy and then the rest of the world is like not happy, or does that not make any sense to you? In any case, yeah, that's what I wanted for this world. Everybody happy. No more, no less. That. Everybody happy. So, of course, natural progression in thinking when I was like 12, 15 years old was to become a communist because if everybody had the same amount of money, it would be fair and nobody would be better than anybody else, and everybody would be happy. Yes? Uh, yes. That's what I thought anyway. Then I heard about things, yeah, like communism had kind of failed, that wasn't as good in practice as it was in theory. And I was like asking my question was, what did people do wrong? What happened? In theory, sounds brilliant. But of course, in practice, communists were also always these dictatorial types and stuff. So I thought, no, maybe they just gotta try it, democratically. Democratically, have a nice communist party. It's actually democratic as well. Yeah? Can you get the idea? Everybody the same amount of money. Everybody happy. Yes. Does it work? And then I kind of start thinking about it. Like everybody has the same amount of money. Yeah. But there's a couple of problems. No, if I have the same amount of money, no matter what I do, then yeah, why would I do anything? I mean, fuck it. Job's gotta be done, but might as well be somebody else who does it, right? Because working doesn't really make me happy. I don't know about you. Maybe you're really happy when you work. I'm not. And I don't think most people are. I mean, all of you are essentially fucking lying about that shit when you say that work really makes you a happy person. I think that's not true. Or maybe it's true for some of you. For some of you, you have a really good job, went to college probably, had this fucking luck and shit, and he ended up, just being a boss, or doing something you really really like. And that's not true for 90% of the population. It's not true for me. So if you're in that situation, you're a fucking hero. I respect you. But we're not going to even consider you in this talk. Because this isn't about the winners. This is about everybody else. Yeah. So, there's this economic problem with communism, because this is essentially an economic problem if we consider economics to be the study of what was the definition again? Yeah, how humans go about obtaining scarce goods, obtaining their welfare and happiness through the use of scarcely available goods. Yeah, or the exchange of those goods, or anything, something like that. Yeah. So there's this basic economic problem with communism. That's the first problem. Then, yeah, and I start to get into college, really working hard to get to the level that you actually can apply for a decent job, for any job really. I don't think of myself as the most amazing person ever, or sometimes I do. Yeah. But, I gotta be realistic. I'm not like the kind of guy who's going to go in a company and be like high potential or something. Right? You don't hire me for me. You hire me for what I can do, and other than that, you don't hire me at all. Because that's just my life, I didn't have many friends. I wasn't popular. Nobody's going to give me money for being me. Nah. So yeah, I chose my profession accordingly. First did mathematics, then started working as a programmer. Even tried to do some CS, but it totally failed. Just because programming isn't something you hire a person for. You hire somebody who can do your job. And yeah, it's different for many people, but that's the way it was for me. So I kind of knew that I had like limited salary options, limited employment options. So I just went for the area where I knew there was scarcity, right? They will hire anybody. So I went and then became a programmer, because there's always people who want others to create growth for them. And I'm actually reasonable at it. I wouldn't say I'm the best at it. I don't have too much passion for the subject because, well, I chose it for economic reasons, socio-economic reasons. The scarcity, that's where the jobs are for people like me. So yeah. But now we're in this situation, You're working hard, doing your job. Job that's people want you to do because it needs doing, not because they like you or anything. And they pay you accordingly. They pay you kind of like, not minimum wage, because there's scarcity, and you gotta take account for the scarcity. But yeah, still less than average, much less than average for college, for a person who has been to college. So college actually takes a lot of time, so it should deliver you money. So yeah, wasn't too happy about that, but yeah, what can you do? You can try to change jobs. I did. In any case, what started happening is that, well, a lot of my friends are kind of like me. They're not really people who would be hired for being who they are. You know, they'd be hired for, if they were hired for what they can do, for just doing a job and not being some kind of special person who is amazing or anything. My friends are not amazing in that way. They're really good friends. And people are stupid for not seeing them that way, but they don't. So yeah. Yeah. But what started happening is that my friends, a lot of them are not working. And I'm like thinking, fuck. I mean, I sort of had not seen that coming, right? Young man, you gotta work, right? You gotta study or you gotta work. One of the two, you gotta be productive, ideally. Because what else can you do for this society, right? You just gotta work, because you cannot make babies. You cannot, no. I don't know. What else can you do for society except keep society fed, provide, or yeah. You go to school, you go to a job, you do good things, things that others value, right? That's why they pay you. But other people didn't do that. They went traveling. That's sort of okay, Nothing wrong with traveling. I mean, I took too long to finish my college as well. Yeah, I'm a hypocritical rich kid, Not that my parents were all that rich, but they cared about me. And I fucked up a bit. They still kept paying me to learn. I gotta say, I'm grateful. Fucking grateful. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with traveling. Just it's fun. Like you get to see all these places. Get cool pictures for Facebook. Right? Yeah. I never was much of a traveling person, so I have totally the right to ridicule you. Sorry. Yeah. So, but they didn't travel for like 2 weeks, like no vacation, so stuff. No, they went for a year, sometimes more than a year. So just lose a year of their contributions to society, and between your 20th birthday and your 60th birthday, you kind of have maybe, yeah, 65th birthday, maybe 45 years. So you're really losing, I think, 2 point something percent of your total life's productivity by going on a gap year. Doesn't mean it's not fun, but it's not good for society when somebody isn't producing for 2% of their working lifetime, right? That's not all. A lot of others, they kind of discovered little handicaps about themselves. They got psychological problems. I have had psychological problems all my life. I'm not the happiest person alive. I have a form of autism. It's been a rough ride, right? That's Okay, not everybody's perfect, and I'm certainly not perfect, but I do my best. But, you know, my friends, they were like a little bit more normal than me, I suppose. They, yeah, they had more friends than me. They just integrated better into the world than me, right? So these are people who I think can be working just as hard as me, can be going just as well, right? They did what I did. Maybe if they were even smarter, did something better, they could have a job, because I can. But somehow, the disability service, the government, all declared that no, yeah, you can't really work. So we're gonna give you, disability benefits, which happen to be, well, what did one of my friends get? These are disability benefits, right? Nice apartment, gotta say, center of Leiden. It's a really beautiful place. Well, it's only 2.5 room, small kitchen, 2 rooms, but it's cozy, no? Then a friend went on vacations and traveling. Yeah, financially, sometimes a little tight, but can work with that. Now, I gotta say, in this case, the psychological problems were at least partially real. Still think the guy can work. I don't think he has less problems than me. Yeah, I think he has less problems than me when push comes to shove. So yeah, but yeah, this guy hasn't worked since he was like, I think 16, and had brought papers to around the neighborhood. The guy is intelligent enough. He is, well, I gotta say, just as pretty as I am. Right. And maybe slightly prettier. Actually, yeah. And yeah, could totally do something. But now he's on disability pension for life. He's doing nothing. And yeah. So the rest of the society has to pay for this, right? Because the money has got to come from somewhere. Of course, the government just prints the money, but that doesn't matter, because if it, like, somebody has to produce the food he eats, somebody has to live somewhere else because he lives in that apartment, that sort of thing. So, guy is basically a burden on society. And people, well, yeah, I kind of think that's bad, when people become a burden on society. Well, this friend of mine, he had some problems, he's not, yeah, I gotta say, some of the psychological shit was definitely real. But he wasn't the only one, you know. My nephew had some psychological problems as well. But he's an optimist. He went to some, yeah, he's not that capable, I think, in the end. But he's really enthusiastic. He can program. Went to school. He went to college as well. Uh, he had an education. He didn't quite finish it, but he had an education. And yeah, now I find out, see him again after a few years. But he has been on these disability benefits for like his life. He's no more disabled than I am. In fact, he's rather popular, even has had quite a few girlfriends. I don't know why, but yeah, he did. And there's absolutely no reason that he cannot work. In fact, he does work. Sometimes, you know. Sometimes he does a little bit of work for some company screwing lamps together or some shit. And yeah, so he has this disability pension, a small room, center of Amsterdam, fucking awesome, by the way. So, yeah. With these two people in your life, you gotta say, what the fuck am I still doing here? You know, working my ass off, right? What am I getting from it? I don't really have any friends. I can post silly YouTube rants without consequence. I have a bigger apartment than all of my friends. Okay, but you know, I don't use it because you know, yeah, that was me farting, by the way. You can smell my fart if you want. So, damn, fuck, stinks, shit. So, yeah, my apartment is rather big. I had help from my parents for that. I didn't really get that with the money I worked for, but of course, the money I worked for played a role. I rent out these rooms because if I ever get unemployed, there will be no fucking unemployment benefits for me because I own a home and homeowners don't get benefits. It's actually a sensible rule because you know the home is worth money and shit, but yeah, it does come down to the reality that if you ever get unemployed for more than 3 months, you're out in the street. My friends, they're on disability benefits. They don't have this problem. I don't want to get ranting on about whether this is fair or not. It's just the reality, you know. And then I started to think about, yeah, I was like a communist, you know. I wanted everybody to be happy. Now I'm not even okay with, you know, sort of slightly people with some problems having disability benefits. I mean, what the fuck is wrong with me, right? To become a hard capitalist fuck. Yeah, guess I am. Fuck you. Money. Capitalism. Stocks. Yeah? But I don't think so. Because I don't want everybody to fight. I want everybody to be happy. So fundamentally, I'm not like this hard person. It's that kind of leads me to this. Because these people on benefits, they have a better position in society than me. They have more friends. They may have more girlfriends. They attend more parties than I do. They go on more holidays than I do. They have less financial insecurity than I do. Meanwhile, I'm working my ass off. I'm sleeping in a little hut I built so I could rent out my entire apartment that I bought. Because the debt is just so huge, I gotta reduce it in order to have some financial security, like what my friends have, you know? Like the security that if you don't work, then it's also okay. And maybe then, if I have security, I finally attend some more parties, you know, meet some people, make some friends, right? Yeah, so it's at first, gotta beat the fucking system to get up to their level, you know? All because they got disability benefits. So in fact, society is rewarding people to be fucking pathetic, to not work, to just go traveling, make some Facebook pictures, go to some parties, pretend you can work. Because that's what it is, it's pretense. These people are capable of individuals' intelligence. They can totally work with others. I don't see any reason why they could not work. So yeah, kind of a bit angry. Gotta say, people say I'm pathetic for being jealous. People with fucking disability benefits, because that's what you're supposed to want, you know. But here I am. And is the problem with me, or is it with the system? Because the system created these benefits. And I totally understand the system. Because it's right, you know. If you really cannot work, you're too disabled to work, there should be something. I don't want handicapped people to be crawling over the streets because they can't afford a fucking wheelchair. Government should take care of that, and I'm willing to pay for that. Not so willing to pay for infinite holidays for people who have minor psychiatric problems, right? That's not what I want. That is mean. I think about it this way, right? Whether you have equal money to your neighbor doesn't matter, because money isn't worth anything of itself. It matters whether your neighbor has more, whether your neighbor has a bigger house, whether your neighbor has more friends, whether your neighbor's wife is pretty. Because those are the really important things. The people in your life are the really important things in your life. Nothing is more important. It's called your, I don't know, what can we call this? Your happiness from social stuff, right? The happiness you get from social stuff. And I think throughout history this was strongly related to how productive you were, right? You were productive if you had a trade, you know. Yeah. You built your own house. You were working as a smith or some shit. That's a guy with good prospects, and then you had a better position in society. And that's kind of meritocratic, you know, meritocratic way of doing things, right? You work hard, you do useful shit. The society pretty much takes care of the rest. It makes sure that even if, like, people who are as productive as you don't like you, that maybe people who are less productive than you, that you can help those, right? You can do something for them, and that they will love you instead. So pretty much, I think throughout history, because throughout history, like, the economy was a pretty brutal capitalist system. Yeah, non-productivity wasn't, there were no disability benefits or anything. Yeah, you just had to do something useful, otherwise you were out. Or you had to be nobility or some shit. Let's not even consider that. This is not about the top of the scale. And yeah, and I kind of think that's the way it should be, because what you do for society should be the pretty. Yeah, there's. How do I explain this properly? Like, if you start to reward people for not doing useful things for society, society as a whole suffers. If one person is just eating the bananas, and everybody has to fetch these bananas, then everybody is working one banana harder, because this lazy person needs to have his fucking banana too, right? So, yeah, I think that's the main concern, right? Because you have this today, this march, the far right. I'm not a far right person, I'm a communist at heart. I want everybody to be happy and everybody to be just as happy. But I can understand it, right? Because a lot of people will earn, well, similar amount of money as me, you know, the minimum, slightly more than the minimum, not yet the average. They are in a less good of a position, societal position, than people who are unemployed, have more time. Because these days, time is more important than money. It matters in society where your last holiday was, whether you went to the Bahamas, whether you stayed home, or whether you maybe went to Friesland or some shit close by. It matters in society, like how many awesome parties you can attend. I can say for myself, and because I'm working, I can't really attend any fucking parties. Not those late at night anyways, because I'm too fucking tired to attend. Right? So, we now have this situation that society is making it hard for people in the working class, the class of people who are not unemployed, who are not on disability benefits, who just have a job that doesn't pay a whole lot of money. These people, and now they don't have as many selfies on Facebook from going to Thailand or some shit. They don't have as many friends because they don't have time. They don't have as many, well, romantic connections because they cannot attend those events because they're working. Yeah? And, yeah, I kind of think it's sad that the working class is being put, that the people who are not doing anything, they're being put above the working class, right? And that's not good, because we work hard for this position to call ourselves even working class. You gotta respect that. Maybe you have a really nice job. Maybe you're a banker or an architect. But I'm just a programmer, right? I'm not super special. But I worked hard to get where I am. And everybody who has a job, they worked hard to get there. 100%. They went to school, they learned letters, they learned numbers. They may have done something else, may have gone to learn themselves a skill. They may have learned programming or learned high temperature welding or learned some other shit, right? And yeah, it kind of feels unfair that others get more by doing less. And that doesn't appeal to me as a communist or as a human being in general, It's just not fair. I don't think it's right either. We need to have some kind of we need to make sure that it becomes rewarding again to be working, right? Because we have a lot of these young guys who are opting out of work because they maybe don't have much to work for, right? They cannot get a better societal position, socio-economic position by getting some more money, because your position depends on what you do in your free time, not really how much money you have or whether you have a job or anything. So they opt out because it's preferable, because it's better for their status. It will give them more friends, more girlfriends, more fun. Because people will respect that more. And that's not right, because the whole of society is suffering when people are opting out. These days you have this basic income movement, and I gotta tell you what I think of that. I think it absolutely fucking sucks. Okay? These people are not even the slightest bit apologetic about what they want. They just want to do nothing. Or they just want to do I don't know, what's the English word? Perhaps there isn't an English word for this. But yeah, they just want to do what they want, or they want to do nothing. Or they think they're too pathetic to do anything. Few people are too pathetic to do anything. I don't believe that. So, yeah, basic income has to be basically stopped. There's nothing wrong with a basic income to make sure everybody is fed, because hunger is not what I want for anybody. But it doesn't have to be like working class level basic income. That would be wrong. That would be undermining the position of the working class. And yeah, that's just morally repugnant. So what we gotta do is make a system that preserves most of, because I cannot say all, the societal position that the working class would have under normal, die-hard capitalist system, right? We gotta make sure these people at least have some people who like them. Yeah, we cannot let the working class become total fucking losers, right? So we gotta make sure that's true. And we gotta make sure these perverse incentives to not do anything disappear. And I think this is what drives the far right. That they basically, a lot of those people are working class people worrying about new entrants undermining their position, like foreigners or people with benefits who have disability benefits or unemployment benefits. Yeah, I think that's logical for a lot of working class people to vote for those people, for those far right parties. And that's not right. Because eventually, the far right is a lie. Or it's not a lie. But it's still the right. And the right doesn't give a fuck about the working class. They only care about the winners. And the working class will never be a winner. So yeah. The working class can do better than the far right. We need to have a center or left of center party that actually cares about the societal position of the working class relative to people on benefits and those slightly above the working class, because I don't think we can fundamentally change the composition of society. I mean, may have been a communist once, but I'm not anymore. We need to have a left party that is actually fair to working people. And I think, yeah, there's definitely a gap. We don't have that right now. Most of the left parties are concerned with things like the environment and animals, or people with a handicap. Those aren't really going to create or help the system get more fair for everybody. To create a humane meritocracy. That's what I want. Society where hard work, doing the right things, being productive for society is worth it. Where traveling and doing nothing is not worth it. Because that makes society stronger. That makes everybody work harder. And that makes everybody become a better person. And that will enrich all of us, even the elites. It will be better for everybody. Even the people who might not have as much benefits as now. Because, this whole benefit system is weak. Unless you really cannot do anything, it really won't help you. And for those who really cannot do anything, of course they should have good benefits, but their norms should be really strict. There's just a slightly chance you can do a job, you should not get full benefits. You should get the same benefits as a person who does not have a job. Right? Yeah. So this is my long political rant, which nobody's going to ever watch entirely, but I'm gonna finish it. And maybe I'll fucking watch it. Yeah. Let's at least have one fucking visitor for my fucking political rant. Ah. Yeah. So, uh, there's no party in the current system in my country, and I don't think they exist in your country either, that actually cares about the societal position of the various classes in society and wants to give them the fair position that they should have, you know? Working people should not be total losers. People who are smart, who have a business, should be even better than the working class. People who are like doctors, professionals, should also be better. They should have more friends, they should have more, you know, should be more admired than we are. That is only right, that's only fair. Because they are doing a lot of stuff for society, more than I am, more than you are. And I think this party is really what we need as a society. A society where doing your best is the best you can do. That's what and I think if you don't want this, you gotta have a really fucking good argument why this is not the right thing to do. But otherwise, just vote for me in the next election. I won't be on the list, but you can vote for me anyways. Ha ha ha. Toodles.